you told them you drank 2 beers, correct?
Yes, sir, I did.
You're standing by that?
No, sir, I went.
You lied?
Yeah, I went.
Why is it consistently the bad choice you choose? But it's like you keep putting your hand on the stove, and now you are just not putting your hand. You are embracing the hot stove.
I am your own.
We had you on probation. Good Lord. Earlier this year, we put you on regular probation, right? 10 years in prison, probated for 10 years, and $1,000 fine for the third-degree felony of evading arrest or detention with a motor vehicle. And that was on January 28th this year. Now, there's a motion to revoke probation that alleges, and this was filed, by the way, on September 13th. Oh, it's fresh. Just a couple of days ago. That you, number one, committed the offense of operating a motor vehicle while intoxicated with a child under 15 years of age on or about August 30th, 2025 in Jefferson County, Texas. And that's serious. 2, you were at a location other than your residence at 1:08 a.m. So you busted the curfew, I guess, on your probation order on that. Failing to abstain from the use of any and all intoxicating substances, including alcohol. And this is in conjunction with allegation of the DWI alleged earlier. And finally, it is alleged you failed to pay court assessed fees as directed, and you are behind or in arrears in those fees, which is also a violation of probation. So there's 4 reasons that have been placed in this motion that's alleged. The motion is viable, and it's alleging and pleading that a hearing be made, and we will do that to determine whether your probation should be revoked or not. Let me look at something.
And I was just kidding. But this how's it going? Usually people pray good luck to function.
What's the results of the blood?
I'll start back to Tuesday.
No. Yeah, this not a good set of circumstances here.
It is not, Your Honor.
Yeah, this. Looking at the public safety report that DPS provides, that we all look at now in determining the appropriate rules for setting bond in cases. This public safety report goes back to about 10 years now. of criminality, beginning with there was an assault, a misdemeanor assault, but it does not have a finality to it. Then in 2016, theft, 1 year probation, aggravated assault, felony. And it says disposition modification, probation 1 year. So it must have been reduced somehow. It doesn't say what location. Then we have an unauthorized use of a motor vehicle, state jail felony, which was adjudicated,
What year is that, Judge?
16.
Right, so that's when he was a juvenile. Your PSI reflects that a
Was he treated as a
robbery was changed to a theft from person at the same time with the unauthorized use, and he was given TYC commitment, both felonies that could be used to enhance his punishment.
2019, we have a robbery, a second degree, 10 years probation. Are you still on probation for that?
No, sir, I'm gonna get 4 years.
Your probation was revoked?
Yes, sir.
Mhm. I've got a misdemeanor class B theft in 19, another that resulted in probation revocation.
That one reflects, Judge, that was out of Orange County, where he was given 15 months probation. It was revoked, and along with
180 days is what he gets.
with 11 other misdemeanors, he was given 180 days on that.
Okay. And those misdemeanors are series of thefts.
They're all thefts except for one evading arrest.
Arrest. I'm sorry, a criminal trespass as well. Then we got in 2022, a third degree felony of evading arrest, 10 years of probation, which I guess is going to be this offense. Huh?
That's this offense, Judge, but that arose out of two events where he was found guilty of indecent exposure. He got 60 days jail time. So those were events that he was doing out at Lamar that resulted in he was actually running from the police officers whenever this was, the warrant was outstanding for those indecent exposures.
Okay. And then we have this case.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Faggard, as the defendant's attorney,
Yes, sir.
give it your best shot.
Okay, Your Honor, while his record is bad, I want to bring, he's going to request a bond. He's currently employed. He has 2 different jobs. One is working for Williams Brothers Construction. He also works for Bubba Auto Sales LLC on the side. He has, he's agreeable to, I would understand the court's concern about letting somebody out with a DWI without some type of scram device or other ways to monitor his movement and conduct. He's certainly willing to do that. He understands that he needs to get help for the drinking. He's agreeable to go, if the court agrees to it, to go to the JCDI program or any other program that he needs to get help so he can get out of this cycle that he's been in. He has the ability to make a bond. He has a bonding company that is on standby. And most importantly, Your Honor, there are 2, he has ties to the community here. He also has the support and mentorship of Pastor John Adolph over at the Antioch Missionary Baptist Church. Antioch. He has been mentoring this young man. He sees a lot of good in him. Everybody's trying to work with him to get him out of this life of crime. Also, Your Honor, before the warrant for his arrest was issued, he'd been meeting with Rod Carroll on a daily basis about the need to change his life, to move forward he certainly, I believe that with some good mentorship and some good direction, maintain sobriety and never drink again or never violate your probation again, I think there's really hope for this young man. So I'm going to ask the court to take all that into consideration and set a bond for him that he'll be able to make with it whatever appropriate conditions the court may wish to impose as far as monitoring, no drug use, attendance at outpatient programs, things of that nature. Because we'd like to keep him on bond until we see if we can get all the other case resolved, the new case as well.
I was promised all that before I reached the agreement back in January. The whole Pastor Adolph card and all that stuff.
It's familiar.
They came with me about that. I wanted him to go to the prison for what he did originally on this. And so I'm standing here with egg on my face
No,
because I gave him an opportunity, and I'm not going to agree to
don't,
releasing him at this stage, Judge.
don't. Nobody should ever be embarrassed for trying to help a situation and give somebody a fair chance, which is what I did when I placed you on probation. And I stuck my neck out with your rich criminal histories. You have, here's a couple of things. There is no bond right now. I want to wait. This first question I'm going to ask you. You told the police when they stopped you here in this probable cause affidavit, and you admitted to drinking, and you told them you drank 2 beers, correct?
Yes, sir, I did.
You're standing by that?
No, sir. I went up.
You lied?
Yeah, I went up there and I admit I spoke with Chief Roy Perry and I told him the truth.
You didn't, yeah, the probable cause isn't done by Chief Carroll, though. It's by somebody else who did this probable cause affidavit. But why would you lie to the police at the scene?
Because I don't want to go to jail. And it's just being honest, but I'm still feeling.
You think lying is going to get you out of trouble?
Oh, sir, I know.
How much did you drink?
I'm gonna be honest with you.
No, really, you promise?
Yeah, yes, Your Honor.
You should have been honest the whole time.
Can we swear him in?
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm any statements that you may make will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes, sir.
Lower your hands, sir.
And
And you don't have to say anything
Yeah.
if you don't want. If you don't want to,
If you want to, this can be used
And-
against you
and-
later. No, it's a preliminary hearing.
it can always,
It can be
anything
used
that's,
together.
Okay. it
that's
can be used
freely and
against you.
voluntarily made
Yeah.
is always admissible
But man,
to against
I
anybody.
ain't fighting, bro. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm just trying to get close.
Look, I'm gonna wait until the blood tests come back before I make any decisions on what direction this is going to go. Do you have any idea when we expect a result?
I haven't seen the paperwork yet, Judge, and I checked again this morning.
2 weeks? What does it normally take? I don't know.
I can make some calls and try to find out, Judge, but I don't want to hazard a guess at this.
Here's what I'm gonna do, is tentatively set it for review in 2 weeks.
I can find out in
See,
that time
that ought to
frame at
be-
least.
Give everybody enough time to get your positions of strength ready on where we're going to head here. But at the end of the day, the court has reviewed the public safety report, which is terrible. You are on regular probation in this court, which means you've been convicted already. And your choices and conduct are the determinations of where you go next on this probation. And you don't get a jury trial. It's in front of me. Now you have a right to a jury trial on any other new charges that may come about. But my guess is that this DWI is going to come out
Yes, sir. It's a state jail felony offense.
And it'll end up here, so we gotta, wait for that also before the thing can be disposed of. But it seems, have you ever had any, assistance medically for any problems that you've had in this rich criminal history of yours?
No, sir.
Well, what is just rhetorically, why are you here? You know, I'm not talking about the facts of it, but why do you, you've got children, you've got responsibilities, why are you putting yourself first and not last?
It's like a demon I can catch off.
Say that again.
PSI. Gave you my copy, Judge. Thank you.
Go ahead.
It's like a demon I can't fight off, Judge. I'll be trying my hardest.
Sir?
I say it's like a demon I can't fight off. I'll be trying my hardest. I know, man, I haven't been out of jail since I was 16 years old. I've been going to jail my whole life since I was 16.
But you were, but
Then I get out.
but you know, choices have consequences. You
Right, I
make the
know.
right choice, you get rewarded. You make the poor choice, you get punished. All of us are, that's the standard we all have to face. But why is it consistently the bad choice you choose? But you know, it's like you keep putting your hand on the stove, and now you are just not putting your hand. You are embracing the hot stove because you know it's going to burn you. Now, it's a rhetorical question to think about.
I think about it all the time.
How'd you do in school? Did you have poor grades or good grades?
I had dyslexia in school.
Well, that doesn't mean that you're unintelligent.
Okay.
Okay, there you go. That's something to start off with. You're capable of thinking correctly and making the right choices and analyzing issues and being intelligent in your thinking. Would you agree?
Yes, sir.
And you have the greatest, how many children do you have?
I have two men. I've been trying to.
Wait.
I've been trying.
Once again, those are gifts. Those are precious, that their outcome, what direction they head in their life, is directly related to parental examples.
It's like I'm stuck in bind. I'm not gonna be able to pay this man. I'm gonna lose my job. Then I'm gonna be out with a 4-10 lawyer fighting my life with him.
Well, isn't that what happens when you make bad choices? That's why, you know what? You're a smart guy. Why don't you think, I'm about to make a choice here. Is this bad choice going to result in problems that I'm going to have to deal with? Well, look, I'm looking at this. You know, intoxication and driving a 4,000-pound missile is trouble and it's illegal. And you've got a child that was bouncing around in the car without any stability, wasn't in a protection device. They found the child just free and loose in the vehicle, and then you're the first thing out of your mouth when the police talk to you was, "I have 2 beers," and we know that can't be right.
Yeah.
Because when the test comes out, it's going to show how wrong you are. But the police may have saved your life and your child's.
That wasn't.
Because you're on the highway doing 40 miles an hour. And all they got to do is a big rig drive over you and we're all at your graveside. But everybody makes choices and you have to pay the consequences. But here's the deal. You can always start from that last mistake and do better.
That man was sent me to prison. Man. I already know he tired of dealing with me. And man, I can sit in, I can talk as much as I want to talk. And that man is tired.
Yeah.
That man been saying me since I started.
Well,
You know,
hey,
you know,
once again,
Choices.
it's choices and the consequences. Just like, look, can you imagine what would happen to me if I fouled up? Well, I got to pay a price. That's why I try to make the right choices. And he's a good man. He's going to help you. He's a very decent man. I know him. Take his advice. You're lost in the woods. He's going to try to pull you out of the woods. But let me just say, Anticipate this. This is going to sting some. However this ends, it's going to end up stinging. But then it's how you deal with it, which is the test. Or you can just go over there, sit down, cry, and give up. And give up and walk away from your family and all those blessings that the Creator has given for you. Why don't you start from here and do the best you can be? Because I believe you're capable. And let's move forward from here. You got to deal with this, but it's what happens here on after that's going to be the test of your character, sir. How we deal with our problems, that's the real test. Are you going to fail, or are you going to be a role model for your children? And it's not too late to start. We'll see you in a couple of weeks where we are, okay?
Thank you. Yeah, one of the reasons I wanted to get him out of Molly was probably when I got paid, I was going to hire a mitigation person to look into his psychological background.
Yes, sir.
And my hands are going to be tied with that. I will deal with him on that.
Well, all that's psychological and all, but that didn't have any, I don't think that had a lot to do with a DWI. That's choice making on alcohol, and that
I understand.
you can't say I've got a mental illness that keeps me. Well, I guess you can develop alcoholism, but you don't throw a child in the car and put them in harm's way.
Well,
Okay, it's reset. We got a trial, and we'll see you everybody in 2 weeks.
thank you, Judge.
Yes, sir. All right.